Hello, John McConnin here with California Lawyers Realty, CALAW Realty.com, California Lawyers Realty. Today we're going to be taking a look at Bressi Ranch home. We're searching for homes in Bressi Ranch. Now, I used to live in Bressi. Love to talk to you about it, give you information all day long, but we're going to try to keep the video short so you can see what I would suggest you do when you're starting out. First of all, I go to a website from a local realtor, not one of the national websites. Many of the national websites have stale data. At one point, I had 40-something listings. I was getting calls daily from people who are looking at homes just 2 or 3 days old info, but we're already under contract. And that doesn't do nothing ticks people off more than hearing that. And they would let me know. And I'm like, look, I'm not in charge of those national websites. They are pretending they have the great data, but they don't have it. And I was like, you know, I didn't even get that far. I usually just took the abuse because I didn't want to explain to them that their websites that they're looking at tend to be wrong. But I would want to go to the city, the area, wherever I'm looking, and deal with a local realtor's website. And I'd want a good website that's fast, fun, easy, and effective. I have had multiple vendors from all the top, and some of them are very expensive. And I came back to this one when they redesigned their template. Their template had gotten dated. I stopped using it. They've got a new template, and I was very stoked to see it. I actually switched back to them 2 weeks early in anticipation of the template coming out, and I was not disappointed. This used to be San Diego HO.me. This was my San Diego home website. But here this is the main page. The advanced MLS search I think is awesome. I got to click on it better. When you're in the video and you're recording over it, sometimes your clicks don't work as well. But let's go over to Carlsbad that's the point we're doing today. I've already broken down the homes. Over time, I built this page out first. Some people said I should break it out by price range. So in Poway now I have it by price range. I will eventually come back and get to Carlsbad. I got to build out some of the other areas. Right now I've got Rancho Santa Fe, Poway, Carlsbad built out, and a few other places. But so we go to Bressi. We see it down here. I've got, just to give people an idea what it looks like and what they'll see when the data. I've got I used to live in Dartington, by the way, and I lived in DeVita there too. We've got a little breakdown now. If you want to see the whole, because Bressi there's not going to be that many homes for sale in Bressi at any given time. So I might just click on Show Me All right there, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is historically, after the post-short sale, after the mortgage crisis fell apart, I'd say, based on that experience, this is a pretty low amount of homes for sale. However, since prices started going up and demand went up, inventory went down. This is probably a pretty normal amount. It's a little low, but maybe normal for just about. It's a start. It's right now. It's February 2015. So this is. I'd want to see more, but this is probably normal, the new normal, and hopefully a few more homes will come on the sale in the spring. I'd be ready to go to hit those. So what I'd be doing is I'd be looking at search any time of the year. First, you want to get an idea of what's going on. Then I like to know. And we know this. You know the neighborhood. You know that there's a high school around there that's becoming up very popular and getting great standing. Carlsbad schools are good. I can tell you from living there, it's a great neighborhood. Everyone goes there and says, I can't believe how beautiful the landscaping is. I thought the people were great. They just are. They just were nice people. I enjoyed the social life in Bressi. Bressi's near some golf courses. It's still near the beach. It's a very nice place to live. Now, what I do is once I get to my search, I like to go to interactive search so I get an idea. And when you know the neighborhood, you've been doing searches, you'll get an idea, which ones are likely to have views, which ones are going to be down in the valley. Like, here's a listing of mine right there. This is the area of Bressi where it gets tiered. So if you're on the west side of the street, you're probably going to have your tier's higher than the tier below you. So you're going to usually have great views. Like that has a bedroom view out to the ocean. Other houses can have some great views on these tiers. As you go down the hill, it's closer to school, walking distance to school. The neighborhood's a little more packed together, but some nice homes. And walking to Pacific Ridge is the high school I mentioned before. Being able to walk to Poinsettia is a very nice thing. Back up here, you're closer to Trader Joe's. And this neighborhood, this is the Dartington, if I zoom in, should be right here, Dartington. That's where some of the homes are that you can see right there. So you get a feel for the neighborhood, and that's why the maps are so important. So I like to start with my property list, And then I like to zoom in on the interactive map once I know what I'm targeting. And then, most importantly, I'm then going to call an agent up that I think might know what they're doing in the area, or might be willing to put the time in with me and can help me for negotiation purposes or other things. But I'm going to look for an agent with experience who's bought and sold 50 homes, because I'm a lawyer. I also see all the reasons, not all the reasons, but many of the reasons why deals break down. And a lot of times deals break down when agents could have put them together. That's when you need a good realtor. Other times people want outs, and there you really need to have an experienced realtor to make sure it's done properly. So I want to work with an agent who can help me for specific reasons. An experienced agent in the area is really useful. I'd want a strong legal background, whether it was a lawyer on the team or a broker who's done tons of these and knows all the ins and outs. I mean, I'd still prefer the lawyer, but I know not everyone's going to be working with a lawyer. But and then I'd also want, if you're borrowing money, I'd want to work with a guy who can point you to if you're working for other people, you've refinanced lately, you've got all your ducks in a row, you might want to go for the real cut rate place that has closed on time, that they can tell you actually closes. Or you might want to work with an experienced broker. Generally, those people are charging an eighth more to get paid. And someone who can really hold the deals together, and when they say something, it gets done. I think that's very valuable in real estate. So you want to talk to a good mortgage people. If in California, technically, it's not a mortgage, but you're still borrowing money to purchase a house with a deed of trust. I'd also want to work with someone who has experience with their title company and their escrow company. And if it's a big deal, I really want to vet the escrow company. I also want to know whether we're going to make changes in the contract. I want to know what that new RPA. I want to talk to someone, a lawyer, really, a realtor is not supposed to go over the legal terms in their meetings. I want to go over someone who really understands the new RPA. But narrow down the search, work with good providers. I think you're going to be well on your way to being happy. And if you're not sure what neighborhoods to go to, talk to realtors that can explain the different neighborhoods to you and what you'd like. It's not just about finding a house on a website. That's where you start, though. That's why I have a nice website. But it's finding a house and then working with people who understand the big picture. Thanks. John McConnin, California Lawyers Realty, CALAWREALTY.com. And again, no pressure. If you have any questions, just shoot us an email. We've got a great contact app on you can see it was already started. So you can call there. You can send us an email, pull it down, or just send it to me. One of my other websites, john@favoriterealestate.com works. So thanks.